It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. Next on Madden Football.
It is a cold rain coming down. It could be a wet and wild one here by the lakeshore as we join you from Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by my partner Charles Davis. Charles, these Browns, no other way to say it, they took a step back last year. And what do you think that they need to do to get back to the playoffs while competing in a tough AFC North?
They need to get back to the identity that their head coach established a couple seasons ago. A hard running game, consistent play from their quarterback, and then they have new management on the defensive side of the ball. They'll try and get after you in the pass rush.
And then for the visiting Bears, they want to wipe the slate clean from 2022. Now, working in their favor, we've seen plenty of teams in the NFL make big turnarounds from year to year. What can the Bears do to just get back closer to maybe 7, 8 wins, Charles?
Well, they want to coalesce all this young talent that they're accumulating and guys that they've brought in from the outside and start to build a culture, a feeling around this team that they know they can compete week in and week out.
The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Foreman will try to pick it up. Pushing his way inside the 40. And this will be a Bears first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. There's a nice move.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
1st and goal, Chicago. That's the end of the
We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Herbert is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Khalil Herbert from 3 yards out. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a rookie 5th-round pick out of UCLA, Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
They will start this drive with Ford. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Random, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Thompson Robinson now to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert now on the option. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. And that particular play just came from the outside.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, Herbert. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Draw play to Ford. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On first down, Thompson Robinson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. T.J. Edwards. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is DTR. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They need 18 yards here on third down. Thompson Robinson now. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson throwing here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2. Moore, the motion man right. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustment. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On the bootleg, here's Thompson Robinson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And this will be a Bears 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Bears.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now it's Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap, Fields. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
1st down, here's Thompson Robinson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with third. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
3rd and 1. Here's Thompson Robinson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert by 20 there on 3rd and 1. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Ooh, the juke. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Good call there on 1st down, and Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Thompson Robinson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. Nobody's going to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Able to find Komet, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. All eyes on Fields. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to almost certainly win the football game. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.